In Day 5, you learn the core ideas behind classical machine learning and generative AI. Day 6, we move from concepts to solutions. In this lesson, you will learn 3 common generative AI solution patterns on AWS and how they show up in AWS Certified AI. Practitioner exam questions. At exam level, most generative AI use cases fall into 3 patterns: Conversational Assistant, Content Studio, Summarisation Workspace. Each pattern uses similar building blocks, but solves a different kind of business problem. Once you can recognize the pattern, it is much easier to choose the right AWS services in a question.
Pattern 1 is the Conversational Assistant. Think of a support copilot or an internal knowledge bot. The user has a chat-style interface and talks to the system in natural language. The key features are multi-turn conversation, awareness of context, and helpful follow-up questions. On AWS, this pattern often uses Amazon Bedrock for the foundation model and can also use Amazon Q when the question is about helping people work with company knowledge and tools.
Pattern 2 is the Content Studio. Here, generative AI drafts text that humans review. Examples include marketing copy, social captions, first draft emails, and product descriptions. The system might offer templates or style presets that match the brand voice. On AWS, this pattern usually calls text models through Amazon Bedrock and stores templates or generated content in services like Amazon S3 or DynamoDB. The exam will often hint at this pattern when it mentions draft, then review workflows.
Pattern 3 is the Summarisation Workspace. The goal is to digest long content and turn it into short, focused outputs. Examples include meeting minutes, policy summaries, research digests, or management briefings. A user uploads or selects content. Then the system uses generative AI to summarize and highlight what matters. On AWS, this often combines Amazon Bedrock with storage in S3 and sometimes an ingestion service, such as Amazon Transcribe for audio and video sources.
Here is the exam trick. When you read a scenario, first ask yourself a pattern question. Is this mainly conversation with the user? Is this mainly drafting content for human review? Or is this mainly summarizing and extracting insight from long content? Once you know the pattern, picking the right generative AI services and a simple architecture becomes much easier.
You now have 3 generative AI solution patterns for the exam: Conversational Assistant, Content Studio, and Summarisation Workspace. Next, you will map the Conversational Assistant to a simple AWS setup using Amazon Bedrock, API Gateway, and Lambda.